So out of the games you guys played today, which one did you enjoy the most? Not necessarily which one you did best in, but what was the most fun to play?
Chivalry.
Yeah. All right. Was it just because it's brutal? Okay.
A mess, and we like it.
There was so much blood. It was
that's
so
nice.
interesting to see heads rolling and rolling over and over again.
You see, I loved the fact that you hit someone's knee and the head came off. Like, that was what really made that game for me. Just didn't quiet, but whatever. Okay, Chivalry. Did you guys? How well did you do in Chivalry? Can you remember?
I
think she had a pretty good one.
Yeah, but the mod that we played, we saw that for the first time today. Come siamo andati? Well, very well. But we don't know the mod because we tried the normal mod and not this mod.
Probably anybody didn't know it, yeah. So it was new for everybody. That's why we were happy, because we are not so much comfortable with only one game. I mean, I play everything, they play everything too. So, you know, if you just put us in a game that nobody knows, maybe we can do something. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, checking out you guys' channel, you guys talk a lot about the games, you do a lot of reviews. I saw you playing a variety of games. I think the last thing I saw you playing was Final Fantasy and stuff like that. So not quite the same thing, but still. Yeah, no, you guys seem to have fun today, which is absolutely fantastic. How are the reactions from your audience? Are they enjoying seeing you doing good or not so good in games?
No. I think they are pretty surprised because, well, they know that we have entertainment channels, so we are not pro in any kind of game. So, yeah, I think they are surprised that we did something.
All right. Well, I really enjoyed watching you guys play, so thanks so much for taking the time here for a quick chat. And once more, congratulations on your good Dota performance. It's rather impressive. And now we're going to head into the next game, which is going to be Project Cars, and that we're going to take a look at now.
And he's back, he's in second position. Villeneuve is second in the Ferrari. Villeneuve locks up his tyres. He is trying very, very hard indeed. Fourth gear, up into fifth when they go over the crest of the hill. Up to 160, 165 miles an hour as they come down to the right-hander and Leroy. And it's there that they can pass, and Arno's going to do it.
To the GeForce GTX Challenge. I'm Mitch Leslie here with Toby One, and we are into our last game of the day. Definitely one for the enthusiast, this one.
Yeah, you could say we're going to rev up the afternoon as we're going into some wonderful racing.
Project Cars is the game, and it is one hardcore race sim, I'm telling you. This is the rules, of course, for our last game of the day. Basically, each team will compete in 3 races and will earn points for the first 2, and on the third, they can bet the points they've earned throughout the day. So basically nothing matters before this point. Let's hope you can race well. And basically the team with the most points at the end of the third race wins. You don't have to bet your points. But depending on where you place in that last race, the points that you bet will be multiplied by a greater amount. So if you are in first place and you bet...
if I've got like 70 points and I bet 40, I could either drop down to 30.
You could.
Or I could go up to 110.
That's right. So, or actually, if you come first, you'll quadruple the points that you bet. So if you bet 30 points, you get 120 on top of what you have. So
really? Oh, it works that way too, right?
Yeah, if this really is like whose line is it anyway? And the points really just do not matter. That
means if you get first... Okay, so everyone
if you bet.
I was about to say, could the wonderful people in our production crew give us a current standings of everything? Because that will actually influence like who's going to bet. But if you got that, then
doesn't matter. Just straight up doesn't matter.
YOLO.
And here's the thing, like
it's first place or nothing. Like there is no second.
And the best teams here, or those teams that are confident in Project Cars, will straight up just go in. Like they'll just they could bet as much as they have to, and they'll just jump in. It's very, very simple.
All right, so we're going to have ourselves the players get ourselves up as we also get set up as we're doing some sneaky shenanigans to get ourselves into the race to watch. It's going to be fantastic. I'm interested to see how they build their cars too. I don't know if we've actually got like hard limitations. Like if we're stuck on F1.
We have different kinds. No, we're not stuck on F1 because we actually have different varieties of cars or different categories of cars for each race. So basically the way it's going to work is we're going to have I'm going to probably ruin some of these pronunciations here. Sorry for you guys who are actually followers of the game. So we're going to have Road A cars for this first one on Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. Then we're going to move to the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Yeah,
I'm not even going to try and correct you on that.
So that's we have touring cars for that one. That's 3 laps, and the last one will be the Nürburgring Nordschleife, which is known as the Green Hell, and it is a long track as far as I know. So we're just having that 1 lap, and the car is going to be prototype. So that's the category, and I think that has some F1 vehicles in there. So the teams, I think players will be able to choose to some degree. I think of what they choose. The thing about this game,
what is for it?
Well, exactly. What makes this such a beautiful game is that everything is customizable. Everything from the right wheel axle tire pressure. You know, like for example, tire temperature is really important in this game as well.
Yep.
Like obviously, as the temperature inside the tires increases, that pressure also does, and there's an optimal. There's a curve, there's an optimal pressure for you. You've got to think about that. So the more corners you're taking, the more your tyres are heating up, and then you think about the quality of the tyres as well.
Technically, that would also then affect, like if we go like full, because there's a couple of driving games out there that do the same kind of thing. Like if you've got so many left turns in your race, you've actually got to prep your car for this as well.
That's right. And these are things that for the real enthusiasts. It's a gorgeous game. The physics is phenomenal. I think it also uses the physics engine. It's amazing, but for the uninitiated, it is quite intimidating. There's a lot of things going on here, so it's maybe just as well that these teams are prepped up and have some experience in it, I guess. We are waiting for teams to be joining up here, and we're seeing, for most of the part, Ariel Adams being driven. So the way this is going to work is be interesting, because to spectate this, I need to drive into the pit. So I start as part of the race, right? And then I have to get set up in the pit. So we might even go for a perspective of the teams before we start.
Yeah.
Before I get into the pit, because this could go either way for me. I have played a bit of this game.
Does that mean like you reverse it in and then drive into the pit?
I don't know. Because I don't know where
that should be the quickest way. The pit's always at the start line. It's always at the start.
Just have to see where exactly it is. And the problem is like there's the qualifying round as well. I don't want to get in people's way on the grid when they start. Like there are so many things to think about here, but it's going to be okay.
Well, our resident admin will take care of us, but it's fine. We'll be all good.
Fine. So teams still joining in. So yeah, obviously like, this influences the points so much. If teams sort of bet those points, which we don't really know if they will, we don't know what their decision's going to be. Like you'd only really want to.
It's all a secret till the end.
Yeah.
And then the unveiling.
Something tells me it's not about...
That's like the wrong way around.
Yeah, well, something tells me it's not about winning today. That's just the impression I've gotten.
It's about having fun. I know there's some guys here who are taking it very, very competitively.
Well, I always want to see who's actually practicing. I actually
Because
know...
the Nordics are number one.
I know some of these
I
guys
have
have done
no
this.
doubt about this. The Nordics are number one right now on the leaderboard.
I swear a couple of these guys have played Project Cars before.
They might have.
I mean, give me a name that enjoys his GTA. GTA, I mean, driving around cars. I guess Rocket League. I guess.
GTA does not prepare you for a driving
No, this is
simulator.
insane. This is...
It might actually be worse.
I was completely flabbergasted when I saw all the things that you sort of had to take care of. It's actually the real... The meaty part of the game, I guess you could say, is actually not in the race, but outside of it itself. It's the prep, it's the tuning, all these little factors that you can change and alter and you know, kind of find your ideal sort of setup for your car. So
Whatever happened with the old days? Like, all I want is like Need for Speed, Most Wanted, and I'm just like nitroing around out of the corners. That's when racing games were simple back in my day. Now, there's so much to think about, so much to do. It's kind of cool, though, because I really do like the customization as well. So that's kind of awesome. So we're good to go. I'm certain the admin's going to pop himself back up here in just a moment as he gets the go-ahead from all the players. So he'll come up to us and take care of us. Oh, you're actually driving in, are you?
Yep, pretty much.
I don't trust you to drive.
Oh, well, I have to drive into the pit. I don't really know where it is, so this could be interesting. But anyway, we're going to be on to Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca for this one.
I think that's the option to press escape, return to
Okay.
Ah, well, that would be
alright.
wonderful.
That might be all right.
That'd be wonderful if we got that option.
So 3 laps here, and honestly, this could go any which way here. Just as we get set up here.
Yeah. So we start in the pit area, but you just exit the pit strategy. So you just say drive.
click this if everything ends. So
Just bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone's just sort of getting ready.
drive and drive to the pit box.
We're going to see if we can find a pit box here. Oh, hello.
So hit escape and see if you got the button for it. Because yeah, just go nuts, man. So how do we, and now we can monitor them.
I guess when you click there.
Got it. All right, brilliant.
Nice. So we need to actually change the camera too, so we've got third person perspective.
That's right. So let me just... That's probably what we
Yeah,
want.
that's what we're searching for. Okay, so we can actually view the game. So what we have here is our qualifying. So we've got 5 minutes to do laps.
So everyone's here. This is, I think we're on the... I don't know if we've started up yet. It's just... Oh, no, it is. Just qualifying to see, I think, who gets sort of the best lap here. So 3 minutes 55, and I think the best time will determine your position on the grid as this game starts off.
It's going to be fun with the... I don't know if these guys also have, like, the hints on, so you can see the racing lines, because we're not looking at that right now. I don't know if we can show telemetry. Is that it, or...?
It's all of our special bits and pieces that are all very busy right now.
Wow. Yeah, that's not cool.
So this obviously isn't this isn't live right now.
Okay.
We can have a look anyway. So Proxy Fox, she's done pretty well to keep herself on track here. Actually quite good. Except for that one. Oh, I've ruined it. I'm so sorry. Maybe Terracid can make up for this.
When they do, like with the driver's perspective, they do have a track map up on the top left corner.
They do?
So they do see what's happening. In fact,
this is ours here.
Yeah. So we can see where everyone's up to, but they'll see what corners are coming up. They probably won't have the assistance in this mode of having the racing lines, but we can work that out for ourselves as well. But normally it tells you when you're going too fast.
Oh, Isaac went for the swag car, I think.
He was actually practicing with this one earlier today.
Was he?
No. It was a bit chuggy in the corners is the best word I can think of.
Okay.
It doesn't really turn nicely. You get a lot of momentum, but it's so important with that car to handle the driving lines.
All right, well, we will wait for just a moment.
Track seems pretty simple, though.
Yeah, it is. It's not. I think it's supposed to be fairly basic. You can see there's some fairly long straight bits. There's a hairpin there, or at least a fairly tight turn, and
there's a lot of space for overtaking if you really want to get into it. Okay, so we also have the admin on our side. You should just do it. Like, whatever you need to do, you should just do it.